Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. We are going to have some good action in this one in the AIM High event. It's the last day to run through it, and we have every single battle to do in this feature event against the brand new minions in the game, supposedly created by MODOK. They look like some pretty clever non-tile moving characters that we have to take on, and we're gonna do all 5 of these battles, or is it 6? It looks like total. That should be a lot of fun. We also have the Crash of the Titans. We're gonna get into the battle between War Machine and 4-star Black Widow. That's a little bit of strategy going on in there. We'll talk about how to beat that with a character that doesn't do a whole lot of her own damage. And then we have a lot of rewards. You see over 200 rewards down there, plus a bunch more tokens to go in on top of that. That's what we're going to do in the action-packed video. Let's jump right into the Crash and see if we can beat Rhodey, War Machine. This one doesn't always run too difficult, but it's really a bit a consideration on the strategy. And Black Widow has some great abilities, but just mostly for serving a team and not necessarily just a solo battle. So she does have the ability to go invisible on top of decreasing the cost of AP uses. The cost is decreased, and her black stun is great. Let's jump right into it and see what we can do. Now, War Machine has an inexpensive green ability, and it really does a pretty decent amount of damage and destroys tiles all over the board. This board looks very favorable for our Crash. So as you can see, there's an extra move in yellow, and starting out with as much yellow as you can get right away with Black Widow is excellent, because I have to say that Brush Pass is a very useful ability, more so for maybe playing it on another teammate, but on herself as well, to gain health and decreasing the cost of your other abilities or your full team's abilities by a factor of 3. That's great. You want to get yellow early on and then save that for just the right time. We'll get into that in a second and talk about War Machine's abilities as we go. Man, look at that critical, just landed right there in the perfect spot for an extra move now in black, her 2 most important abilities. And that's great because, like I said, Widow doesn't do a whole lot of her own damage, but she supports a team quite well. There's a match 4 in blue. The only thing we'd pick up on the line break is 1 yellow, 1 purple, and a couple of team up. I don't think that's as nearly as important as something else where you can just do maybe a multi-match combination that tries to... Look at that. I think it's going to work. Oh, gave him a bunch of yellow. That is a useless color to him, but did work out in the end to get a bunch of black. So check out Widow's black ability. Lights Out is ready to play. It only costs 8, so it's really good, but don't play it right away when you have it available. Try your best to get Brush Pass ready to go. It's a cost of 10, so it's a little more expensive, but don't forget, if you play Brush Pass, then the cost of Lights Out will drop down to 5. That saves you 3 AP or more to fire next time. And on top of that, there's no reason to play any of those abilities until he's about to fire one against you. In my opinion, you can also save black for to stun him right before he's going to play an ability. Oh, that takes I wanted that match 4 instead of giving it to him. But if you stun him, and while he's stunned, the passive side of Lights Out is amazing. It reduces enemy AP by 3 each turn for 3 turns. And it's random what AP it reduces, but it's very likely over those 3 turns to hit a color that would be important to him. Now I wish we would have gotten that yellow. The yellow on the board is really spread out, or he gets lucky to take it. We might actually have to fire Lights Out pretty soon if he gets any more green. We'll try to keep him away from green. And we got a lucky drop on yellow, so that's perfect. We have all of our abilities ready to play, and we haven't talked about Defilade yet. If it's Defilade, let me know in the comments, but I've always called it Defilade, and the other side being Enfilade. and it's only a cost of 7 originally to go invisible, and it places invisibility tiles on the board. But if you play yellow first, you get health back, you get decreased cost on your abilities, and purple becomes cheaper on both sides. So it starts at 7, and then the Enfilade is a 10 AP cost ability. So you really want to make sure that you get the 10 decreased down to 7. So let's just keep making some good matches here. Now, he got his green, so I'm actually going to let him play those countdowns and spend the AP, and here's why. Now that those are on the board, now what we want to do is go ahead and play Brush Pass. Select Black Widow, of course. Yellow tiles are spread around the board, very safe. You don't accidentally run into a spot where you're going to match that away. And now let's play Lights Out. Stun him for 3 turns. He's going to lose a lot of all other AP. And just for fun, let's go ahead and go invisible. So there are the invisibility tiles. And can we match anything good? Nothing really yet. So watch the counter on Brush Pass, because you want to make sure and play your next couple abilities while that is on the board, so you get the decreased costs. And he's only stunned for 1 more turn, so let's just, what do we want to do? Let's go ahead and well, we'll wait 1 more turn to stun him. I hope I don't drop a yellow on top of my, oh, it did. It dropped another yellow down. So that's okay, we'll play Lights Out. We're way ahead in black. I didn't want to lose my Brush Pass countdown. It happens. I'm looking for a purple match if we can get it, because if we get more purple, we can become visible again, and when she plays the other side of her purple ability called Enfilade, it also destroys enemy special tiles and takes them off the board. You'll earn the AP for those and the purple again, that when you consume your invisibility, I believe. All right, so he's visible again. We have a match here. Being invisible, that's not going to do any damage. Very nice. But that's just it. We want to do everything possible to keep cranking the damage. We already have him down to 2855, and here is pretty much the winning point. We'll go ahead and play Brush Pass again. It's burst health, so it's not true health, but that's okay. That reduces our cost down to 5 on Lights Out. Get the damage plus stun, and that means only a couple more turns. We'll get the win, and that's good. She doesn't have a whole lot of damage output, but we took him straight down and earned the legendary recruit token for that win. I hope a little bit of that strategy will help you guys. If you are having trouble or something, let me know in the comments, or ask any questions about the best process to play Black Widow against War Machine. Can be a pretty big deal if he gets his green out before you have your other abilities ready to go. Alright, so let's jump into the tokens, and then we're going to run in through the AIM High special feature event and get through that to the end and hopefully earn some MODOK shards. And soon enough, probably the next video, we'll play the remaining battles on the introducing Killmonger. Very fun character so far, and also his versus event is open. We'll see if we can get some versus action in there as well. Alright, so our tokens are, we should be able to run through these pretty quickly. Let's start at the back. There's some good stores and vaults open right now. Honor Among Thieves is opening today in a late time slice that I play, so we'll take the 1 shot, get our 2-star and go. Made in the USA vault, very nice surprise vault for Independence Day in the States, and it's a pretty good vault actually. The Iceman shards I think are going to be the highlight item. You've got the legendary token, of course. I like Ghost Rider more than most people, so those shards would be great. A 3-star support, that spider support, I don't even have it yet, so it would be cool to hit that. And of course more 4 stars in a 50 item vault than you usually ever get. So we'll take some draws here. I think we'll just start with a 10-pack today. I really can't afford more than 2 going forward unless I get a bunch more HP. So we'll do the 1 free token that everybody got. See if we can hit anything special. Yes, absolutely, very special. Got the Ironheart blue cover right away. Way to go, viewer luck. That is very nice. Let me know if you guys got anything awesome on your free token, or of course if you just got a 2-star and that's all. 2-star level of a reward like a heroic. Pretty good overall contents here with all those mighty tokens and such. All right, let's do a 10-pack. Let's go for more of those 4 stars, but let's really root for the Iceman or the LT. Starting out with a heroic, probably get a couple. Bunch of mighties. Got the Nova and totally awesome Hulk. Okay, so we didn't get any of the shards. I bet we run really well next time. Let's save that for the next video and move on. I have just over a day to do that, so I'll make sure and record tomorrow. The Peggy Carter event was a lot of fun and also pretty tough. Couple of remaining tokens there. Didn't get a chance to film any of that since a lot of family stuff going on for the 4th of July. And we have a couple of Loki tokens remaining. Not too big a deal. Unstable ISO 8 tokens are actually showing up in the old version of the store, so you'll see even when you got new tokens, it says post event at the top. That's just a glitch, no big deal. You should have a shot at decent contents here, but I wish we would have gotten it right because sometimes you can get better. Never mind. I would love the way this worked out. Are you serious? What just happened here? What did we just get from this? A 5-star from the Unstable ISO 8 tokens? We got a Killmonger from the store token? That's a 1 in 250 odds. You guys with the viewer luck are absolutely amazing. I thought with that store glitch, this wasn't even a possibility. So we got the Killmonger already, and I really like his purple ability. That is so cool. Claim it. Impossible. 1 in 250 odds. You guys are way too good to me. I hope you have, good draw rates yourself. There's a 3-star Magneto, and then we get a 4-star. Honestly, Carolina Dean, cool. Good level on a newer character. Man, I can't believe we hit that. I wasn't in the slightest bit expecting that could be a possibility, because this here is the store where we expected to get the tokens. And I wonder if it displayed that store, but we were really pulling from this very one here. Is probably what was happening. So as you see, the 1 in 250 odds for the Killmonger is there, and higher draw rate on Peggy versus the other 4 stars in here. Okay, well, take another 200 hero point daily shot just in case, and man, really lucky to have hit that, and I have you guys to thank. All right, so we are up to 63 LTs, 3,600 plus command points. That's 207, 208 or so, 209 or so total draws saved up for when Yelena moves out and we get Killmonger into this store. Can't wait. It's probably still about a little over 2 weeks away or so. A lot of mighty tokens. We'll come back to those. All right, speed it up, Rick. Let's get into the elites. Couple of 3 stars. Very nice. 3 out of 6 on the 3 stars there as well. That pretty much means our luck has got to be used up for this heroics. We're just probably going to get 2 stars for everything. Nope. unreal. Got the 4-star again, and it's a Deadpool. Very nice. Rebuilding Deadpool. That purple cover will help a lot. Got a Thor. What a token day, guys. It's been a few days since we pulled tokens and leveled up characters. So we have a lot of leveling to do, but I'll make it quick. Bullseye. I'm spending a lot of hero points, but I just like to do the daily discounted draws. They got me suckered in on that big time. And here we go with the mighty tokens. We've got 23. Let's do 14 of these. That'll leave 9 plus for next time. And I'll bet we get another 4-star or 2 from this run. There it is. Starting out with Ghost Rider. Awesome hit. I think we ran a little bit lower on the luck last time overall on the token draws, and man, did we make up for it today. I can't believe we got the Killmonger, and there's our second 4-star. 3, 2, 1, and it's MODOK. How perfect. We're about to go take on his AIM Force bots, or minions if you want to call them that. We have a lot more to go here. Let's do it. I'm trying to be a little more careful in case we get a bonus shards prompt. Seems to feel like it might be coming up. Last couple of tokens. Alright, so maybe we'll get bonus shards next time. That's it for the tokens. Let's go level up our characters and go for it. Alright, I'm going to take care of these 1-stars and 2-stars. Alright, I did most of the 2s myself, but saved a couple of bagmen, and for whatever reason seemed to receive more bagmen from PvP during the last event or so. So we've got 3 in a row to add in, and he gets the 200 Spider-Man Classic shards and hits level 115. Very cool. And once again, if it's been a while, you need to look at the Bagman rewards list, because you get a mighty token at 143 and a legendary at 144. The only 2-star that does that. Cool. Let's go to the 3s. What do we have for 3 stars here? 62. We better run through them and try to keep the commentary to a minimum, right? Yeah, we'll see. Very nice rewards from Star-Lord. 200 shards for the 4-star and a legendary token for the final level coming up soon. Okay, Bishop shards. And 4-star torch shards. There's 200, and for Professor X. And look at that, we got a max champ Magneto again. A bunch of shards built up for my duplicate. Once we get to that point, we'll just leave that alone. Oh, it won't be long. Listen, less than 2 weeks it looks like. I let my 3 stars and 2 stars sit on my rewards queue for a long time. Usually clutters things up a little bit, but isn't too bad to deal with. Patch Wolverine's really moving up well in levels. Always add natural covers instead of your shards if you can, and save shards when you go to rebuild a character, and that way you can choose the colors that you want. We have X-Force Wolverine shards coming up. Speaking of, from Colossus, where's my Mystique at? Okay, I'll have to do that separate. Wasp shards, that could mean a level for her. 4-star Thanos with the shards there. Sentry moving up. Shards for Mysterio from Loki. And I'll work on the rest of the 3-star stuff later. Let's go to the 4s and run through this list. What do we have here? 20 to deal with. Not everyone is a champ level. Let's go. MODOK hits 304. Ghost Rider, see if we can train a level on the duplicate. That's nice. Needed to hit purple. Now I would love to get a natural cover in black for my Deadpool. Let's go. Carolina with CP. That's what we want the most. Totally Awesome Hulk's coming along really well. Nova hits the 1,000. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Hits the 1,000 hero points just when we ran out of a bunch of HP, and is now a new maximum champ 4-star character on my roster. Very cool. I'll have to look back and see how many we have total now. Getting closer on a lot of other characters. Ironheart's right there. Level on my duplicate, Mr. F, and it's blue. I need yellow and black, but we have shards building up. We can buy those soon enough. Got a lot of Peggy here, and I think we're going to get really close to max champ. 10 command points. 10,000 ISO. 25 CP. And let's see, I think that's it for the natural covers. And very nice. So 25 command points next. I'm wondering if I just want to save all of those shards and let Peggy fill up to 370 naturally with over 4 covers worth of shards. Why should I apply them now and just be patient and wait? I think the rebuilding process will be easier if I start saving shards like that more often. Mordo hits 10 command points. Wow, all right. So we'll save some more shards as we go on some of these characters, but Drax with the 8 CP, 100 Hawkeye shards. Sandman listens to the request for command points, and Iceman with the 25. And once again, he's also in a spot. I think I'm just going to save up shards. Might not be as exciting, but worth it. Super Scroll, it's 295, and that's it for the 4 stars. Nothing on the 5s except for our brand new recruit. And I think what I'm going to do is probably sell a 3-star. I need time to figure it out instead of buying it with 1,000 HP. So we'll probably save that for next time as a little bit of a celebration of sorts for hitting that lucky. Still can't believe that happened. Alright, so what do we want to do for our shards here? There's a bunch of characters we're waiting on. I think we can safely go up a level this way for the X-Force Wolverine. And Kingpin. Command points. 2 levels away from more Daredevil, I believe. 250 on the shards. And I said we're going to wait on Peggy. Hellcat, that's the one I was looking forward to. So, got more shards for a level. I think we'll just get her to 444 by adding on to purple. And that means no matter what we get next, she is going to be ready to go as a champion if we get another 130 shards or a natural cover. And we can level her up with about 74,000 plus ISO to 250. Very cool. Nice to do that. And no reason to wait on this one. Got the Doctor Strange level for 25 CP. Awesome. All right. That's it. Let's get back into the action. That took a whole lot of time, but well worth it. We're over 3,780 command points now, and should be easily on the path to over 4,000 by the time we do draws. Cool. All right, so let's take on the AIM High event and take see if we can beat the AIM, the Force bots, AIM Force, and they're level 377 for me, and so I don't know if this scales to your roster. I think it does, and that's probably the level that a lot of Max Champ 4 stars or a lot of Champ 5 stars get. I think we want to take them on for fun. I thought Human Torch and Elektra might be a good 4-star team to try against them. And let me think here. I was going to bring on another 4-star that specialized in yellow and purple. I had a plan here. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, I remembered it was going to be Doctor Strange, and we're going to go with a 3-star to see if we can win this way. Because of all of the enemy abilities that are going to be fired off, I think he might do well for keeping our team healthy and also firing back at the enemy minions and making up for the damage they're going to be causing. Now, they have pretty good health, but I think, oh man, we have a really good starting board here. An extra move in yellow, we match 4 in green to get Human Torch going. This is great. So these guys are all the same. It doesn't matter which one you start on, but what I want to say is you might want to watch them and see which one plays the first countdown against you, because that's probably the one you want to target. What do we want here? No, I'm waiting on that match 4 in green to see if we have a cool way to handle that. So I think with this team, the very first thing you want to do, if you can, is try to get green played early. There we go. There's their first. Now, which one? This is the one that actually controls it. You can see by when you circulate the enemies to prioritize who you want to hit. You probably want to put the guy up front that it has the countdown out. Now, let's play Blaze Beyond Control. Well, you know what? Let's get this match 4 first. I don't want that to show up on a matchable location. That looks really good. All right, and then now that we have a... Let's wait one more turn. Alright, so now we have 2 repeaters out. They're each going to do random damage to the enemy. And now when we start playing abilities, these are the repeaters are going to be fortified. So let's play Doctor Strange in his blue. I think what we want to do is take the enemy blue AP away. Or it's not the blue AP, it's actually... Got it. It's actually the yellow that they build up for danger, and it's already too late. They're going to play one, so we'll wait one more turn with Doctor Strange. Let's try to get more black. How are we going to get black built up for Elektra? I know I could have done a match 4, but I wanted the black match. Earning the health back is going to be a little bit of a trick for sure, and now we want to play this on yellow. Pick a safe location. That'll reduce enemy AP each turn. Fortify our repeaters. And now we can start playing stuff like crazy. And let's let... I think we'll do a purple match and then start playing Elektra's abilities. We'll see if we can get more strike tiles out. Every time you play an ability, you get strike tiles. We'll play Elektra's purples once. It doesn't have any enemy special tiles to take over, but it's inexpensive. And if you play it a second time in a row, she actually steals the small strike tiles that she had put out previously and increases their strength. So now, there we go. We're up to 1,300 and more damage on our strike tiles. Watch what we start to get. Oh man, their new abilities are cool. This is going to be really tough to deal with. So they handle enemy special tiles, and I believe you can read through these abilities a little bit, and I believe these are meant to handle players that really rely on, for example, Rocket and Groot and Kitty Pride for way too easy of use of strike tiles, and taking those away or moving them around is going to be very difficult to deal with. So let's do a little more damage to this guy up at the front here. Wildfire's doing a good job. We have a lot of fortified repeater tiles. Now let's play Blaze Beyond Control. We could play it a couple times if we wanted. This will destroy our repeaters, but again, if they're fortified, it only removes the fortification, does a ton of team damage. Look at that, over 10,000 team damage is crazy. And I want to get black going for Electro. Let's see if we can get that out. There we go. So we have a purple match. That's ideal. You want to play Shadow Step when there's a purple match. That way you don't have to make a black match and take away your own trap tiles. With Shadow Step on board, she is impervious to damage. Deals damage back to the enemy team. Very nice. Alright, so let's just take this guy out with our repeaters, I hope. We're going to see if we can win with a 3-star and 2 4-stars. This will be great. Looks pretty good. We have only a couple of enemy strike tiles. Let's take those over. Okay. And I think we're going to run ahead on AP, so let's go ahead and play Blaze Beyond Control again, just to end this a little bit more quickly than it would have been. And this should be the win. There we go. Got the victory. Hardly lost any health. That was a really tough, nearly 30,000 enemy health team. And we basically just outplayed them a little bit. Now we'll speed things up here and try to get through the next few nodes in a reasonable amount of time. Mobile Suit Mecha. Looks like MODOK isn't messing around here. Take out these mecha. So each one of these bots has a different set of abilities. Let's not mess around this time. Let's try to blaze through it with some team damage characters. And let's go. Should be a really good team. Still tough enemies. So this is a new threat here with the mecha. You can read through the abilities a little bit with automation, mechanical assault, and unintended consequences. Cool. So let's do our best to try to get our multiple hit abilities going. Man, yeah, the automatic swap of special tiles is a very cool mechanic. I think it's super fun and clever to go against. A lot of us are going to not like the fact that they do that, but got to get that repeater out if you want to keep your special tiles safe. The more green we build up for either Thor or Beta Ray Bill, the better, of course. And I think what we'll do here is we're in good shape to play Professor X and his purple ability to me, my X-Men. We'll play that for the team damage in green, which adds more green to the board. And then we might get more green matches. I'm looking for a blue match, but they're really pretty spread out. So let's go ahead. Call in Rogue for the team damage. Oh man, how great. Landed in a match 4. And I think this means Bill's Scuttlebutt is going to do an excellent job at taking out that front enemy and hitting a couple of others for good damage. And that should be a win on wave 1. Let's see who we get in wave 2. Strong health enemies. Okay. More purple. We've got a couple of ways to do a match 4. I'm thinking this way will be better. We'll get another match 4 lined up with red. And since we're so far ahead in green, we'll keep this guy at 12,006 because Thor has a nice team damage for a little bit. Oh, see, they earned health, but we're going to be really close here. Really close. We'll go for a match 4 in yellow. Professor X can be so good. Let's qualify our green. Really like Professor X, and then when you choose purple to call in Jubilee, you can get some crazy board effects. We'll see what happens here. Nothing much that time, but it did line up a match 4. Let's do it this way for fun. The signal boost should get the victory. Very cool. All right, so we're moving along really nicely here. Let's keep up the pace with our probably mostly 5-star characters until we get to the end. Let's see. Let's get Koye and Hulk in here for some fast action, and we'll bring along someone like Deadpool for fun. These guys can shred an enemy team when you need to speed things up. You want to go for team up for the most part. That way it adds to Hulk's AoE, which is crazy overpowered, but I like to use it. I hate to face against it. Let's do this. Try to avoid matches in Hulk's colors if you can. That way he doesn't take his own damage. He takes automatic damage when he makes any match at all. And of course, when Okoye is not in front, you lose a team up tile when she's not leading the team. But I think we're going to get a win really quickly here. This is going to do it for this first wave, I think. Looks good for wave 2 with all this team up available to be matched. Let's see, let's have the highest health enemy up front. Anytime after adding that green tile to the board, anytime there is 8 or more green tiles on the board, Hulk will do his team damage, and it's a little bit crazy. Over 20,000 damage to that front enemy, and we get the victory. Very nice. That's probably a super tough fight for if I would have used that 4-star team. Even more wave nodes, guys. Wow, what can we do for the following wave node to keep the speed up? Let's see who the enemy is. I might pause and play this myself just to keep the time of the video under control. Let's do this. Let's go with a Jessica Jones. We'll go for 5-star Strange. That's going to be yellow, blue, red, black, and purple green can be served in a couple of ways. We'll go with should we go with Daredevil? You know what? Let's go with Yelena. She might be really good in this setup. Let's see. Boost all AP and hit it. Okay, great. We have new bots to deal with. Let's see who we have here. The A.I.M Splicer. Very cool. Purple and blue. Oh, man. And the medtech for healing, of course. All right, check it out. There's an extra move in green on the board. That's probably a great way to start, but what I'm going to do is this red match, which sets up a black extra move, and hopefully we will get both think we are in good shape. Let's do this. As long as we keep their repeater off the board, I think that's going to help our chances a lot. We have Jessica's red ready to go. Let's take out the first bot that places a countdown. Let's line up a purple drop here. Planning's going to be a little bit interesting since they can move your tiles around. And in that case, let's just... I think there's a Jessica trap tile on the reds down in the middle. This is probably a good spot to go ahead and do damage plus strike tiles. Okay. And I know we can get that blue critical match, but I'm trying to see if we can make that a little more amazing. Don't think so. It's overkill on him. That'll be well over... Oh, and a trap tile. Glad we moved over to that other bot for a full knockout. Doctor Strange, 3-star or 5-star, is always good against non-tile moving characters since they spam so many countdowns, which count as playing an active ability and triggering Doctor Strange that way. Let's go ahead and take this guy out with an ability. We'll go for Defenestrate again. And that way it's our turn still at the beginning of this match. And what do they have? 5 yellow. So none of them have yellow abilities. Red and blue are under control. So let's wait a turn. Running really hot on Jessica's traps. There's a knockout. These are the final 3 enemies. So at this point, I think what we want to do is play our blue and stun one of the guys that's going to play either red or blue, right? The AIM mecha. So we'll play Crimson Bands on a blue tile. Just go here. We can stun him. We'll keep the damage on someone who isn't stunned. Damage per turn is really pretty big from Doctor Strange. That's a knockout. And there's a couple. Let's see if we get more special tiles on the board. Running way too good on Jessica traps. Way too well. Military surplus does team damage, but it also destroys enemy special tiles. Drops that down. Double move here. Double match, I should say. And that is it. That team worked out really well. Elena only kicked in her passive once for a strike tile, but it worked. I think. Maybe she didn't. Those bots have to get 9 AP or more for that to happen, so maybe she didn't. Alright. Okay, for this next one, let's see if we can speed through it again with a fun team. How about Storm? I love to play Karnak, and then we'll bring a purple user with Daredevil to round it out. Let's go. Now be ready for Karnak. He's going to create some critical tiles on the beginning of turn 4, and they're always going to be on black basic tiles, so I actually need to be careful. Storm might be a tough decision because she will always be making black tiles charged tiles, and you'd hate to run out of available locations for these 2 criticals. Things look good. Alright, go for purple. We'll move over to a full health 44k enemy here. Here goes Karnak and his critical tiles. Exploit the flaw. Oh, that's really pretty cool. So here's what we want to do. We can play yellow and it changes team up tiles to a certain color. Let's play this here and let's choose black, and I think we're going to get an extra move readily available, or at least a match 4 with the critical tile on top. Should do a bunch of damage. Yeah, very nice. Alright, now we have our blue ready to play. Let's go for that. Look at Karnak doing 39,000 damage because of those critical tiles, and so much more. Unbelievable. That's the power of 5-star match damage with the crits, and anyone at the 5-star level as a champion is a great team up for Karnak, and those criticals and his own match damage goes way up when you're past turn number 4. So we're in good shape here. We have a lot of charge tiles on the board. Let's get this red match this way. We qualify our red, and so, oh man, this is cool. Check this out. We're ready to do some good stuff. Let's actually go to this enemy here. We can play Karnak's red ability called Shatter. You can destroy critical tiles with it, and it does a ton of damage. But if we destroy those tiles here, look what's going to happen and drop into place. And we'll just pick one other random location that does something good. Maybe we'll do that so we get the black tiles to match when it drops. Look at that. Unbelievable damage. So cool. Let's do Sonar Strike just to stun that bot for additional damage when we play. Gathering Clouds. Destroys all charge tiles on the board for team damage. You can wait for a bunch more to make sure you get full damage potential from Storm. But we're going to win in due time here. We have Karnak's blue ready to play again. Look at that. That's why he was my bonus hero for a long time. Let's see what we can do against the wave 3, and there's 4 enemies. So let's do this. We're going to take out one front enemy here, probably with this shot. We'll play Probing Strike. Yeah, that sounds fine. Oh man, what a drop on those crits. Awesome. Okay, so what can we get out of changing the color of team-ups? Maybe we'll go for... Probably almost always going to go for blue. Red wouldn't be bad either. Rebuilding the blue repeatedly is just going to be great with Karnak. And the victory. Fun team. Good that one worked out really well. Let's go into our final battle and get this big battle feature presentation over with. It is a boss fight against MODOK. That should be fun. I really don't know what to expect here. Let's see. We have to take on 4 waves of very high health enemies. So I think we're going to go with our 5-star teams. Who have we not played in a while? Probably not going to stick with Star-Lord. Let's go with, let's bring Kitty in here. And let's go for Hela for fun. She's good, very good in wave nodes. Oh, we can't play any villains. I keep forgetting. So we have to use heroes the whole way. Let's go with OML, and then perhaps let's grab... this one might be tough. Since I think we're going to have tile moving characters, and Yelena can build up some strike tiles for us, and of course we are going to get some strikes from Old Man Logan along the way. Kitty's going to help us with the countdowns that the enemy places. Let's make a real effort toward yellow so that we can try to get Old Man Logan transformed in this one. Spycraft plays. We'll have to wait till we have an enemy that moves tiles against us to make use of Spycraft with Yelena. Green drops yellow. Got him out. Okay, so our attack tiles are really produced from Kitty's support that we have on her, and that's from that 4-star support that we got lucky to get, called Chewy, and it's pretty good support. Sometimes I run different supports on her, and I really like the new rework they've done on the support use equip timing. You can now equip supports a certain time per day instead of the 2-hour time limit. So if you have a favorite support, you can move it around maybe a little more often if you play during a certain amount of a certain point of the day or something, more than other times a day. Want to get that yellow. Hate to lose an attack tile, but absolutely will take a critical tile anytime. One more yellow match and we'll be in good shape to transform OML. Once we have 9 black, big hit from Kitty there. Got our black. Okay, so maybe we'll wait until the turn we're going to take this guy out. It's too bad that Old Man Logan's black will end the turn. I don't think that needs to be a balancing play to make things fair. He's not overpowered anymore at all. There was a time where he was the most used 5-star character, but there were not very many in the game at that point at all. We need another attack tile to spawn so Kitty can start increasing their value. There we go. And let's do this. Time to play Living Legend. We had the requisite yellow to transform OML, and now we're doing some significant damage every turn. Don't forget, this is only wave 2. But we have everything ready to go. Let's go ahead and play. Now we have our other abilities after transforming Logan. We have old habits to play for team damage with all those strike tiles on the board. We'll save up our last shot of that in case we have to take on a boss version of MODOK later on or something like that. And that's why I'm saving Yelena's purple for the same reason. Because it always plays on the enemy's strongest color. And of course, if we're eliminating enemies, that strongest color changes quite a bit. Potentially. Taking some damage. But really dishing out the damage as well. Looking for matches to make where we don't lose a lot of our own special tiles. Wow, what a wipeout. And we do have a boosted up level of MODOK. We're going to take him out pretty quickly, but Afterburner's bad. That's not good. Yelena's going to punish him for how much red they accumulated. Very nice with those strike tiles. Cool. Okay, so let's play Military Surplus for the team damage. It would remove a couple of enemy specials if they had it. We'll play Spycraft on the enemy's strongest color. That would have been smart to play before MODOK showed up, and that is fine. Let's play... You know what? Let's play Finish the Fight on this guy. You don't get to see this animation all the time. Big damage from the red hit, and one more shot for good measure. Wins the event. That team worked out really well. Also, and we get to the final progression for the MODOK shards, and we'll save those up for next time. Alright guys, well that was a long one. I may go back and edit out one or two of the battles that were a little less exciting, so if you see a glitch in there, that's probably what we did. Cool. Alright, well thanks for coming along. That was a fun feature event, and like I said, in the next video we're going to play the final battles in introducing Killmonger. I promise it won't be an hour-long video, but looks like a lot of fun to play against Killmonger and then as him against Black Panther. Should be fun. There is a video presented below. Please carry on there if that is a good video for you, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe MPQ icon button to support the channel. I really appreciate it. See you in the next one, guys. Let's go.